Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 132. And in today's episode, we are going to be purchasing a new striker. We're going to be completing a couple of SBCs, like marquee matchups and a headliners challenge, and then digging our way into some weekend league gameplay. I need to play that middle section, which we all know is pretty tough at the best of times. So, hoping for good things today. If you do enjoy, hit me with a thumbs up. It'd be amazing to get over 2,000 likes on this episode. I know you guys can do it. Smash that thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So, my Neuer that I got in the pack yesterday ended up selling. So I decided to just offload him because he was tradable. And he was more than I thought he was. He was nearly 40k. And that would give me the money I needed to go out and buy Sergio Aguero, who was that new mystery striker that we tried out in yesterday's episode. And to be fair, I got on really, really well with his loan. And just decided, you know what? Why don't we just go out there and buy him? He is just a regular Sergio Aguero. I've gone and bought the blue version over the gold, but same card, of course, exactly the same stats. But I think I was just really happy with him. I have never tried him so far this year, and when I look at that pace stat, I'm just like underwhelmed. I kind of think that maybe he's not going to be great, but then you realize what this game is all about, and obviously pace is a big factor. But, like, that agility and balance and, like, the dribbling and the ability to turn the low center of gravity, that is how I play with my strikers on this game. Quick turns, trying to turn the defender. You know, you come up against a Nesta who's got terrible agility and balance. You want someone like Aguero who turns on a sixpence and then gets past him, has that free shot at goal without the AI being able to block it. So I've gone with an engine chem style because, let's face it, those shooting stats are just absolutely perfect. We know that Sergio Aguero is a ridiculously clinical striker on this game, and he'll do well in front of goal. I just wanted to add to the pace. Hey, boost that agility and balance and dribbling even more. And why not up the passing as well, so that when he does the 1-2 link-ups between him and Messi up top, then, you know, it's a little bit more accurate. So that's exactly why we've gone for him. If I had more coins, I would go for a better version of Aguero. If I had 500,000-600,000, you know that record breaker would be in my club right now. But hey, it is what it is. And I guess the best version of Aguero is probably the ultimate scream, isn't it? Because he got the crazy pace boost. So he's a really, really fast version of an already great striker. So, I mean, that's why he's sat at a million coins or just over. So, yeah, I guess he's never someone... I would probably get the record breaker over the scream anyway. 1 for the price, 2 for the card design, and, like, I mean, they're the only 2 reasons, I guess. But we were able to finally get marquee matchups done with the completion of, or because I opened up all those packs yesterday, because my club was so empty, when I tried to do this on, like, Thursday night when it came out, I just about got the Liverpool one done and then the Adelaide one done. But the other 2, I was completely short of players. So, yeah, that one was it was a bit of a no-no at the time. But we finally got it done. We can move on and get the Headliners Challenge done as well. And as you guys know, I am just a couple of days ahead of video. So there will have probably been other SBCs that come out. Maybe more Headliner Challenges. Maybe other player SBCs. You know that we'll get cracking with them and stuck into them as the next couple of days go on. So yeah, Headliners Challenge completed. So that's like, what, 6 packs to open in total? Couple of rubbish ones, but then this is going to be my next best chance, of course, to pack a Headliner, as we weren't successful in after saving our division rivals and weekend league rewards the other day. First pack, silver pack. I mean, I try and sell, like, if they're main league or league SBC players, then I will at least list them up. And the same thing goes for, like, the gold players. If there's someone which I think might sell, oftentimes like fullbacks in the Bundesliga or obscure teams in the Serie A that maybe have 1 or 2 gold players, sometimes they go for over 1,000 coins or something. So I do check and list them up as appropriate and as necessary. We get boards in this pack, but it's just going to be a non-walkout team of the week. It is an Austrian striker who I couldn't put a name on him if you asked me to, and it's and I actually don't know. Gerbic? Yeah, I guess it's Gerbic. It wouldn't be a silent G, would it? Because then it'd just be like Ribic. I don't know. I'm terrible at name pronunciation, but he's a 76 rated inform. So what it does is it makes marquee matchups profitable for me, even by the slightest amount. That's great. But of course, I will just discard him straight away and take that extra 9k coins because we are so short of money on the series right now. No boards or walkout from the next one. It is just going to be a centre-back, which is Hasabi. It's a Bundesliga centre-back. You never know when you're going to need one of them. However, with the 53 pace, I don't think you'll catch me using him in a first owner objective anytime soon. It's more of a case of, yeah, I'll stick him into next week's marquee matchups probably. No boards or walkout from the Premium Gold Players Pack either. We end up getting ourselves Aouar, who... I mean, that's a good topic of conversation. Seems as in the next week or two, we are going to come towards the end of our next season here on FIFA. Maybe we take that Aouar over Felipe Anderson. Or do we take Felipe Anderson for a great Prem player, a great Brazilian player? It's a tough one. I actually wouldn't mind knowing down in the comment section below right now who you are taking. Like, have you thought about your level 20 player pick yet? I'm curious to know. So there were a couple of like main league silvers there which I was able to list up. You can see these are the players that I listed after marquee matchups. The rest of the stuff just goes into the club and helps me to rebuild a little bit. Means that when another SBC comes out, I'm not completely short of players and we can at least probably get it done. So squad fitness needs to be applied to the team. We've just about got enough to get through this weekend league. Again, I reckon maybe we'll have a few spare left over, which is good. But we're at 5 wins and we're at 1 loss as well. So we go into our first match of this little session and we come up against a full Prem team. It's like a wide 4-1-2-1-2. There's a few players to note there. He's got David Luiz, albeit on loan. Van Dijk. There's a red Kante. And we know that Aguero's good, so he's got a better version than I've got. So I need to be careful when coming up against this guy. And he actually stuck with that 4-1-2-1-2. Debut goal for Blue Aguero, by the way. It's the attacking positioning. It's the ability to finish that makes this card exceptional. And I just hope that we can maybe get lucky in like next week's rewards and get enough coins or get maybe some good squad battles rewards or something. Get enough coins to upgrade to the next version of Aguero, because at the moment that is the area of the team that I would like to progress. And then other than that, like obviously we bring off Guardiola at the start of a match, and that's for Atal. So there's no real change necessary there. But yeah, I guess seeing not Aguero, as Aguero scores for my opponent right there, to make it 2-2. Somehow he got himself back into this game, and I wasn't really happy about it. I actually started to lose composure at this point, but we did run down the other end and score. I've completely forgotten what I was just saying about Aguero. Oh well, we move on. But yeah, we get a really lucky bounce there. And that was, I think, on the weak foot of Frankie de Jong. So I think that was probably classed as an own goal. I'm not sure. But it is, once again, that man getting involved. You know, the other day's title was Totti Frankie de Jong scores goals. And he has just proven it in this weekend league that he's genuinely getting himself into some ridiculous spots. Even from a centre mid, from a 4-4-2. You can see it in a positive and a negative way. Because, like, on the positive side, this man is scoring goals that I would never expect him to score. But on the negative side, for a centre mid, he is very, very attacking. And that is because I let him run free. So I might be a little bit more exposed in the middle. That actually might explain a little bit more about why I'm having far less possession than my opponents. They seem to be able to pass the ball around me a lot. Is Frankie out of position? Maybe so. But we end up coming away, like pulling away from this guy and getting 6-2 up before the 87th minute rage quit. You might as well have stayed 4 more minutes, pal. You'd have got yourself 400 rivals points. But that is going to be our 6th win. And we move on into the next game and come up against this. Look at that for a squad. It's about as meta as it could possibly be. There's a 90 Hullet, a 98 Mbappe, and a 99 Messi in that squad. But I'm not going to lie. I had a good game. I was playing well. I think even though I was out-teamed, I feel like I was playing better than this guy. So we went 1-0 up, and it was that man Frankie again. And we nearly go 2-0 up, but it just hits the bar as it comes off the goalkeeper there. And that one would have obviously given me a lot more confidence. Because the thing about 98 Team of the Year Mbappe is that if he gets a shot on goal, that thing's going to go in the back of the net, isn't it? It's going to be the same for Team of the Year Messi as well. Frankie pushing forward again. I actually strike that one green, but what a save that is from ter Stegen to stop me going 2-1 up. But then he gets through with Mbappe again. I have to rush the keeper at that point, right? I don't know what else to do. And it's Totti Mbappe. He's going to score. But look at this. A lovely finish from Sergio Aguero. We've brought this game back. It is 2-2. I'm not done. I might be out-teamed here. And that might hinder me in the slightest. Like, little things like that. Like, Messi somehow just about gets past me. Well, our Messi's done that before. So it is what it is. And then Frankie scores again. He's got me to 3-3 in this second half. And I feel like I can win it. I get through with Aguero and hit the side netting on the weak foot. Just strike it with your strong foot and that probably goes in. Messi gets past the defender and hits that finesse shot, but a good save from the goalkeeper. We have had plenty of chances to win this game. Messi again knocks it back to Frankie de Jong. That's the worst shot he's ever taken for me. That would have won me the game, but hey, that was a 3-star weak foot and it showed. And then unfortunately, right at the death, right at the end, 90 Hullet scores an undeserved winner for my opponent. But yeah, it is what it is. I checked his profile afterwards. He is someone that's finished elite a few times, so I guess it's promising that was, I was playing well against someone that has finished up there, and obviously had a great team, but I feel like we completely outplayed him and deserved the win there. But how many games have we also won where we didn't deserve it? It swings and roundabouts, isn't it? So that's our second loss. It's 6-2. We move on. I was a little bit disappointed after that game just because I really wanted to win it, but a few minutes later, you calm down again, you're ready to go, and Aguero puts me 1-0 up. It's an assist for Frankie de Jong. I've been sort of thinking, I've been looking at and calculating just how many goals and assists Frankie's had in so far in the weekend league, and I'll tell you at the end of the episode just how well he's been doing since actually playing like our first 10 games of the weekend league here today. 2-0 up from Aguero. He hits the post with the first effort, but it luckily drops right back down to him to tap in the rebound. And then Frankie, he's been good at doing that, because his dribbling is so good. That drag back in that area feels like I'm doing it with Messi, feels like I'm doing it with Aguero. And then he's obviously got a lot of power behind that shot. And I found that a cross-shot goal literally goes in more often than it doesn't. The goalkeeper seems to never get it when Frankie's the one taking the shot. And then again, tight dribbling there. And even on the 3-star weak foot that time, we're able to smack that one in off the bar and get ourselves a 4-0 rage quit. So a good way to bounce back after that tough loss in the last game. Great play from all of the team. It feels super well-rounded, I'm not going to lie. I thought I was going to seriously miss Mbappe and Neymar. And as much as I miss having them just because they're great players on this game, it's been really cool to make use of like Bernardo Silva and to bring in this player in Aguero, which I didn't think was going to be as good as he is on FIFA, and genuinely find like he's not a hidden gem. Obviously, he's one of the greatest strikers in the world, but with that pace stat, he didn't look like the most meta player on this game this year. So I'm glad that we've brought him in and actually realised that, hey, he's great, and it gives us a little bit more, just a little bit of a different squad rather than just having Neymar and Mbappe to bail me out the whole time. Next squad I come up against, he's got Ziyech, he's got Promes, he has got Rene Adelaide and a 86 Ben Yedder, which of course I need to watch out for because that card is fully broken. But we break Nesta's ankles right in the 3rd minute, just with a Berber spin. His agility and balance means that I am going to always try and do quick turns against a player like that. So, yeah, that put us 1-0 up. We were 2-0 up just a couple of minutes later with a little chip from Messi, and then Frankie doing Frankie things with a little roulette into the box. For some reason, I've been doing the roulette a lot, and it's only really with him. I feel like it's because he's got such high stats in all of those areas. He's one of them players, a little bit like Hullet, I think, that when you do a roulette, even if someone tries to tackle you, you just body them and get past them anyway. So it seems like quite an OP one for a player like him. So that put us at, 8-2, and that was where I was going to stop. It actually took us up to a mega pack level 16 of the season pass as well. So we get a mega pack which is themed like headliners and stuff. And are we able to get a board or a walkout? Unfortunately, it looks as though we're not. That's a shame. Mega pack, 35k pack. They weren't even very kind to us, were they, in their rewards yesterday? So maybe I'm going off the mega packs. We need better rewards. I need 50k packs, 55k packs. Maybe a rare mega pack is what we need to be going for. But hey, we'll take a whole bunch of players and probably a couple of squad fitnesses as well, and move on into 2 more games for this episode. I was 8-2, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to play a couple more. We come up against someone who's clearly been doing the Icon SBC and has got lucky with Drogba and Zidane. What a couple of pulls that was. I wonder how many SBCs it took for him to get them. But I get myself a free open goal, because that is basically what it is when you get a free kick with Messi in this area. I don't think I've missed one for ages. You guys have seen 1 or 2 every episode for the last few episodes. He is genuinely a wizard at those free kicks. I don't miss them anymore. Unless they move the goalkeeper, which fortunately my last few opponents haven't done. It's a guaranteed goal as long as I don't mess up the shot. So at halftime, we're 2-1 up in this game. And this wasn't the easiest, obviously, because he did have that Zidane and a very, very solid team overall. But Aguero gets through in the 81st minute to solidify the victory here. And that felt so good, because this game was genuinely a really, really tough one. And he put all the pressure on right towards the end. Loads of players forward. And, of course, Ryan Kent is going to get himself a goal. It was a good save from Alisson, but, of course, it parried it straight back out to him. And Ryan Kent's so broken that he's always going to even beat anyone to a header to get that one into the back of the net. But a deserved victory. We played really well, and we are 9-2. So I thought, you know what? Why not try and get to 10 wins? And we go on. We come up against this next guy who's also got the full version of 91 Zidane. He's got Footmas Sissoko, Diego Carlos, Varane, like a player of the month, Aubameyang and stuff. A genuinely pretty meta team. But I still think I maybe out-team this guy just about, or at least we're level anyway. But after 3 minutes, he was 1-0 up. He'd scored that goal with Zidane, and it was really well worked. But again, I'm going to get a free goal with Messi because I literally don't miss them. Don't foul me on the edge of the area if you play me, because I will score against you, I promise. But the dribbling and the dragbacks and stuff from Aubameyang there, for some reason, just too much for me to handle, and he does go 2-1 up. This game's not looking good, he keeps going in the lead against me. Good pass out there from Frenkie, a lovely pass back there, and then Atal does the smart thing. Rather than trying to shoot, and notice that keeper was coming out, so why not just pass it across and get the open goal, and it turns out that it's Frenkie de Jong that scores it. So 2-2 at halftime in a really, really close game. I want to push this one, I want to push for a victory in this one, and look at this. Oh, turn him once, turn him twice, get through, and we know that strike's going in from Frenkie, don't we? And that was against the storyline Tomiyasu, I think, that centre-back. He brought him on as a substitute, so showing that the agility of De Jong is absolutely ridiculous. But Roberto Carlos knocks it into Paulinho there, and we just finished this game off. 76 minutes in, we've ended up getting a 3-star weak foot left-footed strike, and for some reason my opponent ended up playing like 5 at the back in the second half, and I think that was his downfall. I don't know why he would do that, because he was playing so much better in the first half, and we were able to just pull away with the victory there. So that's 10-2, and that's where I'm going to stop for the weekend league today. We've got 4 more wins to get, and I've got a rush to get them done. And you'll see them at the start of tomorrow's episode, and then we'll move on to something else. But yeah, I think Alisson will probably come out for Van der Sar for the final few games, just because it's time to rotate again. David Luiz has been doing great. 20 goals and 11 assists in however many games for Frenkie. But when we were 8-2, he had got 12 goals and 5 assists in 10 games. And he scored a couple in that last game and probably the game before. He is genuinely on about 15 goals in 12 games of the weekend league. Or yeah, about that. I think it genuinely is. He's from centre mid as well. It baffles me to see just how well this player is doing for me. Aguero's coming in, starting strong with more goals per games and lots of assists as well. I'm loving that option out wide in Bernardo Silva. For some reason, he doesn't feel like a waste anymore, because I actually really trust him. So getting that ball out wide, I trust his pace. I trust that I'm going to be able to left stick dribble and twist and turn and get past somebody. And then there's Frankie's going to be behind him, offering out a passing lane. That then drags the defender out. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels really good to have lots of these options in the squad. And then I typically play Atal as the left midfielder, to get back and help with Roberto Carlos a little bit, because I trust Mendy so much as my right back. He doesn't need any help to defend. But if I'm coming up against a good winger and Roberto Carlos is struggling, at least we've got Atal with his defensive capabilities to help out there as well. That's the end of the episode, boys. It's been a long one today. I hope you have enjoyed. Do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button if you did. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hey, come follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That'd be awesome. I'll show you with my stories and stuff what I get up to over the weekend and you know, over the coming days and stuff. So come follow me there. And of course, make sure you guys have a wonderful day. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.